Hello and welcome back, moviegoers. Excuse me for my voice. If you are new here, please like and subscribe for future content. Going through the web, and I've come across quite a number of websites which have stated regarding Disney and Marvel have manipulated people for Captain Marvel. Again, these are just websites, and all websites have different agendas. Obviously, they want to get clicks, they want to get views, and so they can make that lovely ad revenue. So, this is another one of those ones which I was thought, well, someone's got to be fishy here. But it's actually, so we got two things here. Right, we have, this is coming again from Cosmic Book News, where not a lot can actually be said, because obviously, websites will have fanboys for different movies. But this one can I say on Cosmic Book News, Disney confirmed to have manipulated Captain Marvel perception. And this was posted yesterday on the 15th of March. So, just reading here from the website, it states, as has been suspected for weeks, it is now confirmed that Disney and other companies have intentionally manipulated the online perception surrounding Captain Marvel. A report by USA Today confirms two Disney studio executives said they've become more adept and prepared for combating organised negativity around the release. The report mentions that videos posted to YouTube that weren't favourable about Captain Marvel or its star Brie Larson were pushed down. Right, this is true, as we have seen that YouTube changed the Brie Larson algorithm to now when you search her name, it would mostly come up with ABC News or MSN News or, CNN or Fox News, that sort of thing. It's further mentioned that Rotten Tomatoes removed the Want to See score from its site, but the article stopped short of blaming Captain Marvel, which of course is the reason. Rotten Tomatoes also restarted its audience score following the flick's release, which appears to be in order to inflate the positive numbers. The president of Fandango is a former Disney executive. So a lot of that stuff there is what we actually know already, and we've covered that in previous videos, along with the following paragraph as well. It has also recently become known that a movie reviewer for NBC Universal Sci-Fi site lied about doing reviews stating they had to spin things positively, or else they wouldn't get access to exclusives, which include early access to movies and also celebrity interviews. So, we were saying this in the past. We've had quite a few number of videos regarding this, actually. Obviously, the sci-fi one, the gentleman was saying, well, the majority of sci-fi reviewers, they always spin things just so they can get early access, movie site visits, and also to see the movie early and get their goodie bags. And obviously, going back to the Rotten Tomatoes, the Want to See score was taken off, but as soon as it was released, Captain Marvel, it was put back on, which is all a little bit too good to know. So, Deadline has also been inflating box office numbers for Captain Marvel in every one of their articles. It is also thought that Disney may be falsely reporting Captain Marvel box office numbers, as numerous users on social media have posted pictures of empty movie theatres. Another possibility is that Disney could be buying up all the empty seats themselves to falsify inflate ticket sales. Yeah, with that, I don't actually believe that. Mostly because Disney is a multi-billion-dollar corporation, and out of everything, why would it start on this movie? Why would it start on number 21 in a series of 20 movies just for Marvel? They look at all the other films they got. All the animated ones, all the live action ones coming out now. So Maleficent, obviously Aladdin, The Lion King, The Jungle Book, Cinderella, all of these. I can't see why they would start on Captain Marvel. We'll buy all the tickets now and it'll become the biggest thing ever. It's like, well, I just can't see that. To me, that's just stupid, because no studio would need to do that unless they are a younger up-and-coming studio. But Disney, well, when Disney owns something stupid like 65% now of Hollywood, it's a bit like, nah, yeah, they just don't need to, to falsify the numbers. If they have, and obviously and it comes out that they have, then, well, that's just wrong and that's just putting Disney in the shit. But at the moment, my opinion is that I don't think they've done that because there's just no point. But going down as well further on in the article, it does state, Disney could also be attempting to manipulate Captain Marvel on social media and in comments on articles at various websites. It could be possible that Reddit is filled with paid Disney shills and employees to combat negative Captain Marvel posts, to post positive posts, or Disney could even be employing bots to downvote negative posts and upvote the positive ones. Speaking of bots, it is known fake positive user reviews have been posted to the Captain Marvel Rotten Tomatoes page, as they all state the same thing, which looks to be a result of bot traffic. Yeah, I've seen a few of them. It's been about 10 or 15 in a row, and different pictures of obviously whoever they are. There's black, there's whites, there's Hispanics, there's Asians, there's everything. But their paragraph is exactly the same. So again, if that is bots, then Disney, come on, what are you doing? So it's a little bit interesting and a little bit weird why they would do that. Of course, with Sci-Fi confirming they shill for Disney, that basically confirms that any other site that also gets access to early screenings and interviews is also offering a false narrative about their own reports. Again, obviously we did hear Sci-Fi confirm this themselves. They do, if it's a bad film, they don't put out a bad review, they just keep it good. But I don't think that confirms that all other sites do it. Some may do, some may don't, It's going back to the same thing that happened with Harry Knowles of Ain't It Cool back in the late 90s. Obviously, Warner Brothers paid him, to come out and give a review of Batman and Robin. He went and saw it. Obviously, he was, set visits, the lot. He had goodie bags, he had access to a lot of stuff. And, first of all, he gave a glowing review, and then when it came out, he was like, actually, no, it's rubbish. And that was kind of one of the downfalls of Batman and Robin. That was just going to show how, obviously, when it was very early in the internet craze, of how a website could bring a movie down. This day and age, not so much. But, yeah, so, obviously, while it is being spun by Disney and their shill sites that trolls are to blame, what they are really doing is combating any and all negativity using trolling as an excuse. And while it may be claimed that the negative fan reception to Captain Marvel didn't hurt the flick, it could be argued the movie may have opened a lot higher, closer to Black Panther's $202 million than what it actually did. It could also be argued that Captain Marvel may have made a lot more money in the long run than whatever it will do. So that's just reading the entire article there from Cosmic Book News. And, again, in there, it's for Cosmic Book News. It's also against Cosmic Book News. It's like I was saying earlier in the video, is these websites, this is what they do, They put all these titles out, clickbaity titles sort of thing, and, in the article, there is a level of truth to them. Obviously, the sci-fi part with the, people posting to social media that some of their cinemas and theatres are empty. And also, Rotten Tomatoes taking the want to see score down and then reinstating it. But just towards the beginning, when it says, a report by USA Today confirms 2 Disney studio executives, is when you actually click on the link, it just comes up to straight away, obviously, the Captain Marvel page, and what it states is, Captain Marvel scores a victory over trolls with opening weekend success. And just having a quick look through it, it does say obviously how much it made. Obviously, the Brie Larson, she pays a surprise visit to Clifton Movie Theatre. Marvel introduces a powerful female lead, young girls should see that. Playbook borrowed, and it does say about the 2016 Ghostbusters as well. And it does state about The Last Jedi, and there's a few other things going through it. So, I'm just trying to find the part now where it states, right, if those trolls had any negative impact in the box office, somebody point it out to me because I just don't see it, said Paul, don't know that surname because I'm not even going to attempt it, senior media analyst for Comscore. The trolls, they're not going to derail a movie like this. For the fans, they love Marvel, they love the brand. Other than a terrible movie, nothing would dissuade the Marvel fans and the movie fans from coming out and seeing a film. So, it's like yesterday as well, I actually went into my local comic shop yesterday, and I was talking with the comic book owner in Cardiff, and even though, you know, we had similar thoughts about Captain Marvel, he said it's one of the best MCU movies. Obviously, I disagree with that. It's definitely not up there with The Winter Soldier or Civil War or anything like that. Those films, to me, are just the best. You know, those are just top-notch movies, you know. And I can see, obviously, you can see why Kevin Feige went with the Russo brothers to do the Avenger movies, the two biggest Avenger movies, because they're absolutely brilliant. But just going through all this, it does make it look really, really... what's the word, I suppose? Risky? That's probably, you know, it does make it look a little bit... there could be a hint of truth in some of the statements, and if there is, that's kind of dangerous. But I really don't think Disney would actually falsify box office numbers. Not just... because, again, they don't need to. You know, Disney don't need to. But obviously, when you've got people... you know, the president of Fandango is a former Disney executive. Then, obviously, you know, Fandango is the operators for Rotten Tomatoes. So that's a little bit... in my eyes, that I think Disney did put a word in with the president of Fandango, like, oh, can you do this, blah, 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 and we'll help you out. So, that's it now for this video, moviegoers. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Thank you as well for watching. Hit the notification bell for the ding, and we'll see you soon.